Happy Monday to you. It's Tone the Bone right here from TKR Radio. Download that Tony Kurre Radio app. TKR, get classic rock and roll 24 hours a day, and now 13 different shows, including the Damon Johnson Show, Blues Almighty with Billy F. Gibbons from ZZ Top on Thursdays. We have When in Rome with Stuart Rome with the Woodhouse Day Spa. We have Kip Keefer doing a show called Need to Know that runs on Fridays. We have Mission Minded. We have Live Wire Wednesday, an AC/DC show we do every Wednesday night, 8 o'clock. We have Adapter Parish with Dr. Alex Blind, Dr. Josh Claypo on Tuesdays, and A Dark Side of the Pooch with Dr. Rab Stewart from the Rossburg Animal Hospital. I'm probably missing a couple of shows, but man, we got a ton of shows. And if you miss any of the shows that run live on TKR and the TKR app, go to Spotify or wherever you get your podcast, search Tony Kurre Radio, you're good to go. I had several people reach out to me over the weekend. Rusty Pickle, good morning, and said, man, you got to talk about the concert ticket situation. What the hell's going on with the concert ticket situation? And I did a little research. People are getting back out and seeing concerts. I was up local grocery store the other day, and I was talking to a friend of mine. She's like, man, I cannot wait to get back to going to concerts again. She still hasn't stepped back out, and I've been working so hard, haven't got a chance to go out and see too many shows myself. I know the Doobies are coming to town with Michael McDonald later on September. There's just a plethora of great shows in and around the Birmingham area. Steely Dan played in Atlanta a few weeks ago, which I would have gone to. A friend of mine saw Fish down in New Orleans, and I would love Al Cooper. Good morning to you, brother. I just returned your message, by the way, and also Benny Solomon. Good morning. And so I would love to. Now, here's the difference. I did classic rock for like the last 40 years, right? And I also was on Jocks doing sports radio. I rarely ever had to pay for tickets, which was super cool. And I'm not going to do the old man on the lawn deal talking about, you know, how Aerosmith opened up for Ozzy Osbourne in 1979 and tickets were only $4. We used to do Lodo tickets for $9.99. We had a buy one, get one. That was when we were doing the Poisons and the 38 Specials and the Molly Hatchets. Those bands are a dime a dozen. They come and you could probably still see them for $10. But now all of a sudden we got some really big dogs. And I can tell you exactly why ticket prices are through the roof. Bruce Springsteen going back to the road in 2023. This is kind of crazy. Floor seats to see the King on his 2023 U.S. tour are ranging from $4,000 to $5,000 a piece through Ticketmaster because the service's dynamic pricing system, which allows for extreme inflation for high demand. Even nosebleeds are going for more than $1,000. They're called platinum tickets. Fans spotted the Paramore tickets for the upcoming Chicago show were billed at $8,018. Artists like Drake, Taylor Swift, Harry Styles also had their prices soar beyond a reason as well. Earlier this month, Drake fans had to cough up between $573 and $1,480 to see his Young Money reunion show in Canada. Harry Styles fans' tickets were going for over $1,000, and Swifties lamented that tickets were going just for under $1,000. Based on the original price of $500. Do you remember when the Eagles came here and played the Hell Freezes over in Birmingham? I think it was 1998, 1999, and tickets were $100. It was the first time I'd ever seen a $100 ticket, and I was like, there ain't no damn way I'm spending $100 on a concert ticket. Well, I did, and it was well worth it. What would you spend on a concert ticket now? When I see tickets for going like $150, $160, man, I better love that act. For people that are actually getting second mortgages on their house to see Bruce Springsteen play in 2023 is outrageous. But they're doing it. Tim McGee Sr., good morning to you. As long as you're doing it, ticket prices aren't going to drop. You know, we used to sit in line for 3 or 4 hours to see crappy shows. Then we'd sit in line for 3 or 4 days to see the U2s, the Rolling Stones, and some of those bands. We'd be sitting outside Parisian or Magic Platter. Those days are over. There's so many secondary markets. I will say this, though. Elton John played MetLife Stadium, I guess, last couple nights up in New York. It was his last time he'll play in the city of New York on his Goodbye Yellow Brick Road tour, which started like 4 years ago. And tickets were going for $3,000, $4,000 a piece. I get it. If you can sell out a show, if you got widgets, and you got 20 widgets, and they're worth $10 a piece, but you can get $100 a piece for them, and people are willing to spend the money for it. Do you do it? I know it prices out us little guys, and I hate it. It sucks because I miss going to concerts. We used to be able to go to concert 2 or 3 times a week. Easy. Now, hell, you'd have to take out a second mortgage to go see 2, 3 times a week. I mean, it's outrageous. It's crazy. And I hate it for the little guy who can't afford it. But evidently, there's a lot of people out there with a ton of disposable income. There was a couple people saying, hell, I'm rich. I don't want to spend $4,000 for a concert ticket, but if that's what I got to spend to see Bruce Springsteen one last time, I'm going to do it. My thoughts are there are some huge acts out there, the Def Leppard, the Poison, the Motley Crue kind of stuff. Dime a dozen because they play 1 million shows every single year. You're not going to be spending that kind of money. A friend of mine just saw Jimmy Buffett up in Cincinnati last week. I think he spent like $225 per ticket, close to his range, but was well worth it. You just don't know how much longer these guys are going to play, and you got to bite the bullet. It's kind of like football games. I used to have no problem going to an Alabama football game or an Auburn football game. And now I'm getting to the point where the only time I get to go is when they're playing, Lafayette University. They're playing some no-name D3 school, and I can afford a $60 ticket. But if you want to go see Auburn, Florida, or Alabama A&M, good luck. It's too expensive. I don't know where people are getting their money. I really don't. And good for you. If you can afford to buy tickets, that's great. Maybe I need to go back to school and sit in the fan section. But I feel for you here at Tony Kurre Radio. We did a whole thing a couple of years ago. We gave away hard tickets, Hall & Oates tickets, everything else. We're going to start giving away concert tickets again a little bit later on this summer. So make sure you continue to listen to TKR. Download that TKR app. And make sure you check out our podcast at Tony Kurre Radio. Tony Kurre Radio, that's Kurre with a K. Wherever you get your podcast. Spotify is where the majority of our stuff is, but it's all over Audio Boom too. So wherever you get your podcast on iTunes and everything else, check it out. You'll absolutely love it. And we will have some concert tickets to be given away a little bit later on this summer and fall, and hopefully things will ease up a little bit. But for big shows like Bruce Springsteen, Elton John, some of these major shows, you're going to have to pay the ticket, man. And I hate to say it, it's going to cost you a couple $100. When you and I used to go to I remember living at Oak Mountain Amphitheater. There was a couple of nights where there were back-to-back shows, and I think I didn't even go home. I think I just spent the night at Oak Mountain Amphitheater in the parking lot, just got up and went back to work. Those days are over, man. The ticket prices are through the roof. And I don't know if Ticketmaster is the one to blame. Maybe find someone that's got some big bucks that wants to take you to a show. Have yourself a wonderful day. It's going to be a full week of fantastic radio here on TKR and Tony Kurre Radio. I love you.